vortex. It's me, Maya Shipcheck, and welcome to another Translucent Monday. I'm already doing the July ones because I finished all the June ones that I had to make. So today we'll be doing something with this bead. And that's right, we're going to make a giant panda, the animal using it. So I will start with this bead, and it will be Amy and Ren Mellow's kind of pet animal or something. In real life, giant pandas are even in zoo hard to keep because of their feeding requirement. But I'm going to use that for the head and this for the body. So let's just, in this Translucent Monday, I'll try to keep the patterns visible, the roses visible, as much as I can, because it's Translucent Monday. But we do need to build up the body with beads and wire before we can start. And I think I was going to do a panda for Amy and Ren Mellow, but I kind of want to do something else with the panda concept of this Translucent Monday episode. So I'm kind of thinking, should I add alien antennae to the little panda or something like this, just to make this project a little bit more unique to the sparkly aspect of this project that I've just started, because yes, we will be embracing it. I'm thinking, what beads should I use for the arms and legs of this thing? And look at what I just acquired. Time to use it for the legs, for the arms and legs. There we go. Body put together. Now we're going to actually give this little brown panda from Mars some detailing. Let's start with Panda. Details that are around the eyes, trying to get it the right shade of brown. It's like this, and we can still see the roses. I feel like a panda from Mars would not look like a panda from the Earth. Although it's just fantasy, but still I feel like if there's going to be a giant panda creature on Mars, it would not be that fluffy and more of like this. Oh, shiny. So that's what I imagine the Mars equivalent of giant pandas to be. Still cute, but shiny instead of fluffy in my book. So let's give it a nose. I think I'll still do a pink nose. I think that would be really cute for whatever this is. And I think the nose would be really big on the Mars equivalent of a panda. And let's also do some ears for this little creature. Just want to do the ears first before I even think about putting alien features onto this creature. So let's just... that's a little bit big. Let's see, do I have something smaller or more alien-like for this panda? Ears, because I want to just tastefully balance the panda features and the alien features on this thing very, very carefully. So let's also use those beads, this one and that one. Let's just add this for one ear, the butterfly, and the flower for the second ear. I think the flower is a little bit too big. Do I even have something smaller for the other ear? Just looking through my bag, and I don't think so, because it's kind of looking big on this compared to the other ear. So let's just maybe do the antennae before letting it dry or something. Or maybe I'll do antennae later, because that does have to dry. And sometimes thinking of ideas is the best way to let it dry. Okay, let's let it dry already. The Mars Panda dried, but I do not like these tall feet of this little panda. Just makes the legs look too long. So I'm going to just remove them and put something else there. Just this bit and that bit will be removed from the feet. Let's just remove this. Oh, and it already removed the lower leg too, but I'll put the leg back in. But the feet will have to be removed because I just didn't like how it looked. Just it made the panda look taller than it. I mean, so tall that the proportions I just did not like. So that's why I'm changing it. It looked good on the dolls, but on this panda it just doesn't suit the panda in my opinion. So let's also grab some red beads, red translucent beads. I think that will work much better than whatever it was before. And the arms and legs have red sparkles because that was a panda, a giant panda's Mars equivalent, so it better be different from the Earth, and yet if it's a panda on Mars, it would have like some kind of mysterious matter that does not exist on Earth but exists on Mars. So that's why I chose to do this panda on Mars. I should really do pandas on different planets and my own interpretations of like panda and how I would interpret them on different planets. And yet, because Mars is a red planet, I decided to do it a lot of red just to make it fit the vibe of Mars. And I also made it this UFO that I'm still working on right now. So maybe I'll use this base to have the pandas glitter glue drying, the glitter glue job. And yes, I once got it at the works in like another city that has it still open. I live in Northern Ireland, but my nearby city closed the works, so I have to go to another city to get the works shopping done, which I hadn't done for a long time. But maybe one day if they keep it open. I just say it to not reveal my address. I just don't want to reveal my address publicly, nor what city I actually live in. That's private. And I just don't want to tell you what city I live in, but because I feel like it's something you should not leak into the public. But anyways, I'm using this red glitter glue on arms, legs, and ears, and I remove it from the body when I actually finish. But I do have a Nerf Panda doll, but this one will be the Mars version. Because just wanted to do something more alien. But yet the alien antennae, I hadn't decided on it yet. So I'll leave that until I come up with something. Because this is a panda from Mars. Like, I don't think actual Mars has this panda, but if it had, then that's my interpretation of it. And some red glitter glue got on the nose of this creature, but it's fine. And then I'll just do some red glittering on the UFO, because it has to eventually arrive on Earth, and it needs something to arrive on Earth with, so that's why I'm making it. I will not show making it in this video because I just wanted it focused on the panda itself, but I will show it in the conclusion. It's not the footage where I make it, and I'm not even filming any footage of me making the UFO because that's not as important as the panda, but you will see it in the conclusion of the video as a reward that you've watched until the end, and not like put any footage of me actually making it, although I did actually make it, but just didn't feel like make the process of the UFO in this video. Just felt the panda focused episode anyways. Okay, let's let it dry. I think I'm going to use a cut up for the alien antennae. Just going to trim that and this before adding them onto the panda. Just wanted to do something unique for a panda because the Earth ones are cute, but I want something still cute but different from Earth pandas for the Mars one. So let's get out the glue and let's add the antennae. It will look a little bit unique, but that's part of its design, because that thing did not even come from Earth. So let's glue on the antennae. And I'm thinking, should the panda have clothing or not, because... Or maybe I should try this. One of my real life friends gave me this ribbon that I may use. I keep my real life friends that sometimes if they don't want their identity leaked out to public, I just keep them anonymous, but my real life friend just gave it to me, and if he gave me the ribbon and you're watching this, thank you so much. And I'm going to use parts of it to make a flower crown, because I think that would look cute. Or maybe not a flower crown, but more alien-like features onto the face, because that thing did not come from Earth. And I don't think Mars has flowers, but I can just pretend it's like flower-shaped orbs. And I'm going to now add these flower-shaped orbs made out of like a matter from Mars that appears to be coral in its color, because I think Mars is very different from the Earth, and that's what I'm trying to create. Your interpretation of giant pandas on Mars could be different than mine, but that's me just making my own. And I hope you like mine, although yours can be different. It's part of being creative, you know. And these birds, I don't think I'll use them. So let's now do some strawberry detailing somewhere. What more strawberry should I do? Because on Mars, instead of green leaves, there would be golden leaves for me. So I'm just doing that. People say that in space things don't taste like on Earth, but maybe strawberries can taste like bamboo in Mars. Or the pandas and the Mars pandas just eat strawberries instead of bamboo or something. The Mars strawberries. I may have to put that in the UFO or something. But let's let it dry. I was working away at the UFO that's still drying and figuring out something. So look at the Mars backdrop. I have for this part. Like the backdrop is on Mars with fabric, and I'm going to use more of that ribbon to give this panda more orbs. This ribbon is coming in handy for this project. I don't know what it is. However, I only need the flower-like parts of it to actually cover up the wire, because this is wire to keep the panda heads together, the Mars panda head together, and I'm doing that while the UFO is still drying, because I did think of high in the universe or on Mars I'm going to get this piece of wire covered up, and I think I'm going to use these flowers from that ribbon that I just received as a gift from someone I know in real life, but I'm not going to reveal who it was, to keep this private, whoever that was. But if you are watching this and you gave it to me, I know who you are, although others don't, and thank you again. It really helped me know how to fill this Mars Panda project in. And the translucent part is actually the white parts full of flowers inside, or flower-like matter inside that only exists on Mars. Because with the beads I just bought myself. So there's that. Just wanted to be creative with whatever it was. Even if making a giant panda for another planet like Mars, it works. It really paid off. But still. We have to cover that wire with those flower-like orbs. Space orbs that only exist on Mars. Imagine this being real, but it's not real. It's my imagination of how would giant pandas look on Mars if they actually existed on Mars. Okay, let's let it dry. Should I do clothing? That's just optional because it's an animal that can wear clothes if wants, but that's optional. Cause yet again an animal. And I'm just thinking, should I also give this little thing a tail? It's like impulsive. Those thoughts about putting a tail can be impulsive, but because I already gave it a tail, some glue. on the area where a tail could be. Yet, there are different purposes why some animals have tails. For different reasons. Let's give it a tail that kind of resembles the brain part of their body, but a sequin like that. Maybe I'll do something else for this little creature's tail. Oh, I know this. Think that's better. It's a rhinestone that I once glued on like meowing Lucia plushie for myself. I'm still working on that. I glued it on the box, but I decided to make it a plushie, so that's why I took it off the plushie to put it on this panda doll. And let's let it dry. Everything dried on the panda. And this is the finished product of today's Translucent Monday. And yes, I have the UFO for the panda that I could take photos with it. Maybe I should put the panda inside it like that. And this underlayer of the UFO glows in the dark. Let me just show you. See that? It glows in the dark, although it's not very dark, because it's the middle of summer in Northern Ireland, even though it's cloudy. The panda looks great with the UFO, although I wanted this to be focused on making the panda. But anyways, I made some fun after photos with the UFO anyways. Please tell me what you think of it, the panda, and I'll see you in another video.